Hey guys, what's up? Pasay Baller here. We are now in this third game for today, January 5, 2023, NBA Game Day. This is the game between Utah Jazz and Houston Rockets. That'll happen at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be 9 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. And by the way, the spread given in here is, let's make a refresh right here just to make sure that I would be providing the most updated one. It is at minus 5.5, and that's in the favor of the visiting team, Utah Jazz. Right, so before we proceed, let's check on the standings and the rankings of both teams, both belonging to the Western Conference. Utah Jazz, they are at number 10 with a record of 19 wins and 21 losses. While for Houston Rockets, they are the dead last team in the West with a number, so they're ranked number 15 with a record of 10 wins and 28 losses. All right. Wow. Okay, so for this game, Houston Rockets, they would have the home court advantage. In terms of fatigue, Utah Jazz would actually have the advantage on that because Houston Rockets played last night against New Orleans. In terms of momentum, well, perhaps we can skip that part because you know what? Both teams are approaching this game having 5 game losing slump. Both teams, both Utah and Houston, so maybe we can skip that one and let's just go ahead and check on the availability and the health of both teams. So for Utah Jazz, they would still be without Colin Sexton, and for Houston Rockets, they still don't have Jay Sean Tate. So perhaps we can skip that one. Both teams missing one player at their end. So let's just I would say uh, skip that part because again, both teams had one anyway. Okay. All right. So these two teams actually played early season, and Houston Rockets actually defeated Utah Jazz. And right now, we all know that Utah Jazz is the better team. That's no question. Taking a look at the record, 19 wins, 21 losses, while for Rockets, they're just at 10 wins, 28 losses. But right now, both teams are really looking bad. Like again, both teams lost 5 straight. Now, in those cases, it's really hard to pick between these two teams. I mean, it's hard to pick Utah. It's hard to pick Houston, if you know what I'm saying. So, in any case, maybe you guys can just go ahead and fade away from this matchup. But of course, we would still be picking. I would still be giving my prediction on in here. If I have to choose between these two teams, I'm gonna side with Utah Jazz, and the reason why I'm picking Utah Jazz is that if you take a look at the losses that they had, I know those were 5 straight losses, but those losses are quote unquote quality games, if you know what I'm saying. So those are close ones. They had opportunities to win that game. Unlike the losses of Houston Rockets, but most of them are really like bad games, if you know what I'm saying. So that's one reason as to why I'm picking Utah Jazz. Number two is that Utah Jazz, they are well rested as compared to Houston Rockets, who are coming off that game last night against New Orleans Pelicans. And number three, when these two teams met earlier this season, Houston Rockets won. So despite of the fact that Houston is dead last, since Utah Jazz already lost to them, I'm pretty sure that Utah Jazz would be wary and would not be, looking over Houston. If I'm not mistaken, that if I were part of the coaching staff of Utah Jazz, one of the plans would be to make sure that they would have a good start because again, they had it before earlier this season. And they were not able to bounce back and grab that win away from Houston Rockets. So they don't want a repeat of that. This is the perfect opportunity for Utah to put a stop on the losing streak that they have, going up against a lower tier team, going up against a team who's also struggling. So again, those are my reasons as to why I'm picking Utah Jazz, and I feel like Markkinen would have another good game. I know Sexton is out, and that's going to be a huge blow for them. But I think they would be able to do enough for them to win the game and to cover the spread of minus 5.5. My pick would be Utah Jazz minus 5.5. Peace out, Pasay love, and God bless.